In this video demonstration here, we're going to show you the unboxing of Pride Mobility's new four-wheel fast scooter. This is called the Raptor four-wheel. The SKU number is a BA340. This unit is going to come to you just like this in a basically wooden crate. So I have not unboxed this particular unit before, so this is the first time we're going to do it together. I believe you could probably get these clamps off with your hand, but I brought a hammer and a large flathead screwdriver. It's probably going to be much easier. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get the exterior box off that is on this, and we're going to go ahead and pop all these clamps off now. So let's see if it's easier with a hammer or with a... So a hammer, if you can pry it off, is going to be the easiest way to do it. That's even easier than a flathead. If you get your hammer underneath there, these things come off pretty easily. The flathead screwdriver is still probably doable, but with this is going to be the easiest way. So for time-wise in the video, you might see me cut some of this stuff out just because you're going to have, I don't know, 10 or so clamps on the top, you got them on the side, then you got them on the bottom. So I'm going to go around the whole unit now and take all the clamps off. So now I got the top clamps off. This looks just like a somewhat thin piece of plywood. Do make sure you're careful on this. It does look like they did attach foam from the inside. So on the top of this panel, there will be some potentially the end of staples on there. So you do want to be careful when you grab it. And reason being is, I'll show you here on the inside, they put some extra cardboard in here just to keep the box from folding in and then damaging the scooter and shipping. So I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. Just to make you aware also on this, on the outside of this, when you do get delivered, this will show you on here color. We got a red one, so you're going to see the R at the end of the 340. And then you're also going to see your serial number that's going to be located on this sticker right here as well. So now that we have all four sides of the box taken off, now this is what your unit's going to look like. You are going to have a foam cover over the unit here. And you will go ahead and to peel this off. Now this looks like this had foam on the outside of the wheels sitting here as well to protect it, so that is a good investment that they did to not damage this rim. You can see that you do have air tires all the way around. So now we can go ahead and pull the foam off of the four tires. So now the next step we're going to do, it looks like Pride actually has gotten pretty smart with the shipping of these units, and they have ratchet straps with eyelets that are actually underneath the unit that are going to be holding this down to the ground. So it is kind of hard to get in there with your hands and get the ratchet straps unbuckled, because they do have them nice and tight so the unit does not move with shipping. But what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut it to make it easier. But if you want to save it, then obviously you can do it the right way. But I'm going to go ahead and just cut this strap, and then we'll be able to pull the ratchet, the excess strap. And it looks like to me they have one to the front and through the back. So like I said, we're learning this together at the same time of how to unbox this. Once you have the ratchet straps off the unit, you do have keys. The keys are actually, like, they have a small zip tie, so you will need scissors for this because you don't really want to pull it over the handle. You might break it. So you're going to go ahead and you are going to cut the keys off. The key also has this little pamphlet on here that probably tells you, you know, the California Prop 65 notice and other accessories and benefits that you can get with the unit. So you do have 2 keys. Like with the other Raptor, a lot of times they ship these batteries installed. If you were to go ahead right now and put the key into the unit, I'm pretty sure that there's not going to have the batteries connected to the fuse is not going to be turned on, and that is correct. So the easiest way to get this off, yes, you could put that in neutral, but I honestly believe with this type of clearance, with this type of unit, it's probably going to be easiest to connect the battery in the back and then turn the unit on, and we're going to then see if it's going to drive off the pallet itself. So in order to get to the battery to actually connect it, you're going to want to take your key that's located around the handle by the throttle there. In the very back of the unit, right below your receiving port right here, you're going to have another slot that your key is going to go into. If you push the key in there and you twist it, the seat does not automatically flip forward. You do have to take your other hand and flip it forward. Once you do that, you will see that's located in here is going to be, oh, it actually comes with it now. It comes with a USB charger. That is awesome. So it has an extra accessory that I think they're throwing in there now for free with the Raptors, the USB charger. That is going to be in here with your owner's manual, and then also inside this you're going to have your charger, and then it looks like probably in this other box is going to be your mirrors. So inside here you're actually going to have your relay fuse. You're going to go ahead and you're going to want to turn that on by pushing this lever down. Once you do that, then you can lower your seat back down because your battery should be connected. They just basically turn the relay fuse off so that the unit does not for some reason turn on in shipping, and to help with the batteries. So then after that, take your key, put it back into the ignition, turn it on, voila, right away we have power. So right away, first thing I noticed with unboxing this unit, turned it on, very impressive. Nice LED light that they have down low. They've always had the light up here, but now they added an extra light on the 4-wheel Raptor down here with that front bumper. So do remember this is a very fast scooter, so I am going to try this for the first time right here myself to get this off the pallet and see if it'll drive off by itself. But obviously you want to make sure you have a decent bit of room in case it takes off on you. So I'm going to go ahead and see what kind of power it has, see if it can get over that. Okay, so I found out that it is not possible to drive this off the unit. The way they have it on the blocks, it is not designed to come off the unit. So what I'm going to see if it's going to be possible is if it's going to be easiest to hit a hammer and take these rear blocks off, or if it's going to be best to have another person help you get this off. But I know it's not always convenient to have a secondary helping hand when you might be a handicapped individual. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try to hit these blocks with a hammer. I'm going to see if they disengage. If they do, then we're going to see if we can back this unit off. That one was able to come off. Obviously, make sure you don't hit your unit while doing this. And then you do want to make sure, if you did do what I just did, sometimes there's nails left over in that block. You want to make sure those nails for no reason are sticking up in the air and that you're not going to then puncture your tire. Because after this, what we're going to do is we're going to try to back it off, and we're going to see if the unit will go in reverse off the pallet. So going forward did not work either, or going reverse did not work either. You're still going to be hitting these blocks on here. So ideally, it is going to be best to have a secondary hand to be able to then take it, pivot the scooter off to the side. But we do realize that's not always feasible for everybody. So I'm trying to figure out what's going to be the best, most easy way for somebody that is by themselves trying to do this. This front end, if I had to guess, that's probably 100 pounds or so, just on that front end that I was lifting there. So once again, if you're a strong individual, you have some help, you could take this, you could pivot it to the side. I'm trying to figure out, for the rest of you guys out there that do not have help, what would be the best strategy to get this unit off. So what I do believe the next best thing would be, as you can see right below the floorboard, you do have blocks there as well. I think if you were to hit these blocks off, on both sides, then it will allow the unit to drive off. Once again, check those nails. Make sure those nails are not facing towards the scooter for any reason that you're going to hit a tire and puncture it while getting this unit off. So you can see that I'm here, I'm limited in the warehouse with space, but this would easily come off the pallet. So one thing I did notice, the ratchet strap in the front is wrapped around pretty well up in there, so you are probably going to have to be able to get down on your knees or have somebody get down, because even if you do cut the ratchet strap, you're going to have excess strap that's going to be actually wrapped around the front fork of these units. So you will have to have somebody get down there to pull off the extra excess strap that you have left over. So once again, I think this is going to be easiest if you had a secondary person 100% to be able to maybe hit the back pegs off and then pivot the front off, because the back's going to be quite a bit heavier because you do have 75 amp batteries in here. So that back end is going to probably be a couple 100 pounds. Front end was not that heavy, but it is possible to do it by yourself if you are careful and you do hit the blocks off. Once again, reminder in this video, there will be nails that might be sticking up. Make sure you hit those down, because it is not prize liability if you do puncture these tires. So do not do that. All right, so once we have the unit like this off the pallet, I kind of cleaned up the rest of the space. You will see sitting on the seat is going to be your headrest. So you can remove the extra plastic that goes around these units to protect it in shipping. And then your headrest is going to drop right here onto the back of the unit. From there, you have foam that's over the arms. You can peel that off. And you have plastic that's over your speed gauge and over your front lights and your turn signals that are on this unit here. And also a few more in the back here over your rear tail lights. So any of that, they just want to make sure that you're not going to have any abrasion or any scratching or anything like that when you have this in transportation. If it was for some reason to rub up against the box, it's going to protect those lights. Do remember that all of your accessories, your mirrors and everything else, your charger, your USB port, everything was located back here in the back of the unit. This is a nice big seat that comes on this unit, and there's also a slider underneath there as well. So it looks like the seat is all the way slid all the way back. Last thing I'm going to do for the assembly is I'm going to take your mirrors. So with these mirrors, people have run into issues and they've tried to use a wrench and they've scratched the mirrors trying to install these on the unit. So what I'm going to recommend to do is, when you put these mirrors on, what you want to do is you're going to see you're going to have a nut at the end of this. So you're going to want to put the mirror on, and you're going to just start putting it in the hole that's right here, and you're going to turn it clockwise. You're going to feel it start to grip, and then you're going to rotate this around. Now what's going to happen is if that nut runs out of thread, or the thread runs out on the end of the screw and the nut catches, it might not always be in the exact position you want it to be in. So you see right here it's tight, but now your mirror is not where it wants to be. So what you want to do and how you want to do this is you can do it all by hand. So you want to back it off to where that nut is loose, and then you're going to back the nut off just a few turns with your hand. So then as you begin to rotate around, it's actually going to tighten up for you. So it's all a matter of twisting the mirror and then backing the nut off slightly and keep twisting it so that the rotating threaded screw that goes down is then going to self-lock in place. If you try to use a wrench in here, I've had people scratch this paint, so we do not recommend that. And then now we're going to repeat the same process on this side. Now you see that we have the mirrors installed, the lights are on, the unit is ready to use. So this is the unboxing and assembly video, not much assembly needed, but basically putting the mirrors on, of the Baja Raptor 4-wheel. It is called the BA340, the 340. This is the 4-wheel version that goes 13 miles an hour, brand new, just released by Pride Mobility here at the beginning of August. If you have any questions, give us a call.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.